Good to go? Welcome, everyone. Lori is from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, where she presently resides. She's a lover of flowers and art. In January 2020, she created an intimate safe space for poetry, known as Pawtucket Poetry, where creatives from all over Rhode Island would attend weekly occasions to either speak or listen. To us, it's that safe space where you can comfortably come and express however you may feel, which either helps to soothe your soul or inspire you. It's about listening to others and showing care, love, and support. It's also about growing, meeting new people, networking, and appreciating the arts. Pawtucket Poetry's mission is to promote compassion through poetic expressions and discussions without judgment. Lori Kirkland is also the author of 7 books: Kaleidostorm, From My Heart, Released to the Wind, and 4 consecutive collections of Emotional Bouquet. They are all available on Amazon. All poets and artists who have participated in her past events are very special to our heart. In the Pawtucket Poetry space, she is often called Mama Poetry by some of these poets and authors, as she is seen as one who has helped many to grow. On several occasions, they would speak very highly of her, but she normally tries hardest to avoid the spotlight. Mrs. Kirkland sure couldn't avoid all the attention as much as she tried to. When she collaborated with her husband, Craig A. Kirkland, founder CEO of Great Amazement Multimedia Entertainment LLC, presenting to you on the bigger stage the Pawtucket Poetry 4th anniversary at Atrium on Main. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great joy to present this phenomenal event to you.
Thank you for that beautiful introduction. Thank you all, everyone, for coming here tonight. Thank you for being a part of this special occasion. And you are right, I'm not for the stage, but I'm for you guys. And that's it's because of all of the poets who come to Pawtucket Poetry on a regular basis that makes it so special. You guys are what makes it special. And the thing is safe spaces. It says it on the banner in there, safe space. I firmly, wholeheartedly believe in safe spaces. Not only in a room, but also within conversation between people. It is so important. It's like a life mission for me. I do it at work. I do it on the streets. I just met this young lady over here in the corner, and I'm going to speak on her. You know why? She found out about Pawtucket Poetry scrolling on Eventbrite. She doesn't know us. And so let's welcome her. Her name is Jill. I'm sure there's others in this room. I met Phoenix earlier, and it's important. So thank you all for coming. We're in for a bunch of good poetry, and let's just have a good time. Thank you. Yeah, I love you too.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are you doing? Hi. So, my name is Michael. On other stages, I go by Visit. Tonight, I am your MC, and apparently telling you about license plates. Did you know that it's not? So tonight, we are here to celebrate. We are celebrating poetry and Lori and 4 years of Pawtucket poetry. Woo. We are celebrating. Yes, yeah, you can clap for that. We are here celebrating that the poets that you're going to see know and love each other because of Lori and her dream to create a safe space for new, or as she said in her first post, novice poets, or poets that have never read what they've written, to come and to share of themselves. And we are all here today celebrating that dream and that vision becoming a reality. Like, this room is as full as it is because Lori was persistent. Even when there wasn't anybody else, she sat in her space and made it available for us. I know of times when I was the only one there. There are times when Jill was the only one there, and we still shared. We shared of ourselves, and yeah. And so here we are. We are here to celebrate that. And you can clap. Yes, clap. Yeah. Clap, and then I'll get into that. So, this first poem is a bit of a manifesto. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Let me tell you a little about this place. This is a small space. Small space with a big heart. This is a place for the inexperienced. I wrote this down, but I'm not sure if this is actually poetry. I've been sitting on this because I wrote it a long time ago. I have these really strong emotions, so I write them out. Is that okay for me to share? This is a safe place. This is a place where we don't need to perform. This is a place where we can take the mask off, where we can be who we are, where we can be vulnerable. We cry here, we open our arms here, we leave our titles, accolades, and accomplishments at the door. When we share, we are opening ourselves to each other and resonate. We say, that really spoke to me. And I've written something similar. The connection grows deeper because we are all together in this. Sharing, feeling, connecting. We don't have to mention our tenure, the company we keep, or our awards in order to prove that we deserve to be here. You earned your place in this room because you woke up to this and came to this room. You deserve to share what you've written because you breathe air. This is our place, and you're welcome to come and enjoy it. Now, we appreciate your experience. But when you come in here, shoulders back, wearing your poetry dress blues, breast adorned with your tours of duty, suck the air out of this place. You choke the life out of this community. You came to listen, then listen. You came in here saying you were here to listen and did nothing but critique and judge. We aren't here to prove ourselves to you. We aren't here to be critiqued, judged, or coached. We didn't ask you. If what we do, we call what we do performance. Don't say that it isn't. Don't invalidate my words, feelings, or connection to this place. If your trip here, trying to see if we're good enough to be worth your time, you're missing the point of why we're here. Every week, we come to this place, this refuge in a weird and chaotic world, and try to understand it and ourselves through poetry. This is our goal. Some of us are here just as an outlet. Some of us are here to hone the craft. Some are here because this place is home. A North Star, a center point to realign ourselves, a place where we are reminded that we are not alone. We are diverse with different beliefs, backgrounds, but here we are united by the spoken words in the heart of every artist. We welcome you to come in, to sit and listen, share, join the family, to see what's up, the small space, the big one. So growing up, I was always the smart one. So what that meant was that I could procrastinate and half-ass the project at the last minute and still come out with something that looked really good, get high marks, and probably look better than a lot of other people. But that just left me with a feeling of shame and a sense that maybe if I didn't work this way, I could better. But maturity and healing meant that I now work with my brain and not against or in spite of it. So maybe sometimes I procrastinate, but I'm not doing that on purpose. So, show of hands, any other gifted kids in here? Yeah? Yeah. Sorry if this sounds familiar. It's called gifted. You have so much potential. If only you... You are so smart. If only you could... You can be anything you want to be. If you just... If only you could... If only you were focused, you were motivated, you buckled down, you applied to yourself. Heard it all. You were so gifted. Now, I'm burnt out. A puddle of wax and ash and effort. Trying so hard to just. Do you think that I want to sit down at work to work only to stare for hours into the abyss, trying to build a bridge across to reach my true potential? I sit here shouting into the void, do the thing. Why aren't you moving? Telling myself all of the things that you told me all these long years. So I put on this mask you made for me, read from this script you wrote for me, perfect. Just as I was. Maybe. I bought myself another day before they realized that I'm just playing pretend, running towards the ever-dimming light of my potential, chasing the vanishing horizon before sky meets earth and squeezes the light. And still I hear your voice echoing through my timeline. You'll never amount to anything at this rate. All that effort for nothing. Did I amount to anything? Yes. Yes, I did. I am here. I am breathing. I am alive. I amounted to years and stories and love. There is an infinite world inside my mind. A million things I wish I could make a reality, but I can't make my hands move when I want them to. But when the dam breaks and the world escapes, it's like rapids pouring out, filling the space between the world in my mind and the garden now growing in yours. So, I hope that what I do create gives you room to grow, rest, dwell, and reflect. And I, as its ambassador, am proud to welcome you. Welcome to the new world. It's a gift. So I frequently wonder if the way that I portray myself is just another facet of that pretending that I've got it all together. Like if I try really hard, I can convince you that I'm just like you. So I took a look, a deep dive into myself. It's called movie set piece. When you look at me, What do you see? A handsome man? Oh, someone well-dressed like they've got it all together? When you interact with me, what do you think of me? That I am an intelligent man, an eloquent, well-spoken individual. When I look in the mirror, I see and think those things too, but then I wonder, am I nothing but a movie set piece, built up and convincing? Look on the other side, and I'm hollow. Held up by plaster and steel, and the longer I'm alive, the more I build on, and the more convincing the set piece becomes. Have I built it so convincingly that I've even fooled myself? Peer in through the cracks between the set pieces. Look deep into the mass of twisted metal. Enter the dungeon of scaffolding and interconnected set pieces. Make your way through barbed memories and supports twisted together like hands, praying that what they are holding up is enough. If you can make your way through without being lost amongst the tangle, I will be waiting for you. But not this me, not the one you see now. A child, scared and lonely, doing his best to hold it together, to protect himself. But to really reach it, you must pass one last challenge, a winding ladder, a maze of mirror and glass, a tricky thing. When you think you can move forward and you catch a glimpse of the boy, you are redirected. And no matter how hard you push, you can't break the glass. You can't reach through it. You have to keep moving. You turn corner after corner, and the funhouse reflections catch your eye, and sometimes you see yourself reflected back to you. But it isn't quite you. It may be how you wish you were. Taller, thinner, more charismatic. It may be how you see yourself when you look in the mirror. All your flaws matter. But sometimes, when you expect to see the boy, you see yourself as a child. Reaching out. But you can reach if you survive the labyrinth and are not lost to visions of yourself, I will be waiting. What secrets do I have? What do I really want? I can't say for sure. Never made it back there. I am always stuck, punching the glass, shouting to myself that I am worthy of love, that I am not alone. You call it poetry. You say that I'm loud. I'm just trying to get him to hear me. So that's it for me. Oh, okay, that didn't work as well as I was expecting. So that's it for me. But the next poet to the stage, I'm back on the MC hat here. She told me that the first time that she heard about PAWTUCKET poetry was seeing the poetry sign outside of Clarise's place. And then the first time she went on rollerblades. And that wasn't the last time. She is an author. She has 3 books and 2 more on the way. Welcome to the stage, Jill Miller.
First poem I have today is dedication to the poets out there. It's called These Are My People. These are my people, the poets, the artists, the people who run late because they couldn't find the word, and idle cars and beds unmade, places strange. But they know the lines they find are the closest they have to a home. These are my people. The people who find the letters of sorrow in their coffee and put them together, sitting across from the misery. Pouring sugar in rhymes that don't rhyme with you. Pouring cream until they're healing the coffee grounds. These are my people. The people who only talk to their father in poems they never share, because it's easier to forgive when you make something beautiful anger. The people who only talk to their grandparents in inky mess on rainy days, because the recipients of these poems have no earthly address. The people who are mothers, mothers to the inner child, still asking why the heaviest things in life are never spoken, but they are expected to keep carrying. These are my people. The people who stay in the corner because they are silenced by the fear that no one would want to hear, but they are poets just as seeds are trees, and strangers are friends who just haven't had it yet. These are my people. The people who speak because their lungs need air, and the world keeps telling them to hold their breath. Like clutching fall leaves against the breeze, let winter brush out of you, and we can both listen to spring. These are my people. The people who know what a good word tastes like, whose vocabulary has grown because they're still searching for ways to say that you are the rays of a palm across my back when I am staring. But they are there, searching for the words to describe the sights behind their eyes, because we need proof existence speaks the same language. These are my people. The people who probably rhyme their grocery lists, who have lines in their minds assigned to friends. Because there's no better way to say I love you than by saying I love you. And the way your name melts on my tongue, and the way your heart beats like a song, and the way you are a dream that's cute for my life and surrounds them. And I'll find every rhyme to say until our time is changed. These are my people. The people who are both romantic and hopeless, in closets and honest, the ones who write because they can, and those who write because they must. The dreamers, the artists, the storytellers, the antagonists, the ones who don't wish to make it. Just make a poem of it. Just make a voice to it. Just make a sound in it. In this world. I think that's all we really need to do. These are my people. Some call us poets. Woo! I'm gonna change the pace a little bit. This is one of my favorite poems to perform. It's my angry poem. I'm not an angry person, but I have an angry poem. And I think everyone can relate some way to this.
Jill, we're having a hard time.
Put the mic up straight. No. The mic up straight so it can hear you. Yeah.
This way?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna do it like this. I don't look at anything. I got it here and I was like, too funny. Perfect. I think I should make this people.
You want to use the next one? That one will be fine.
Thanks.
Okay.
I think this is good.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. No, that's good. That's good.
Okay. So this one is my angry poem. I'm not an angry person. I have an angry poem. Hope you can relate to it. So I'm not just ranting on stage. This poem is dedicated to the pothole that scratched my ribs, to the puddle that didn't look that deep, to telemarketers to self-checkout consoles, to every expiration date, every bill, fee, safety deposit. This is dedicated to speed cameras. I love you, speed cameras. But especially frozen windshield wipers, drafty windows, and really slow talkers. Left-lane hoggers, zippers that don't zip, flies that change their mind. This poem is dedicated to every meeting that could have been an email, to annoying beats, to anything that flashes on repeat. Oh, but then there's men. Yep, I'll say it again. Men, this is for forgetting and ghosting and creeping, then DMing. I should have left it at fucking and unfriending. But this poem is dedicated to you. The barista that added dairy to my latte, to the person who held the door when I was way too far away. To every burnt tongue, every paper cut, every sit, to the shopping cart wheel, squealing like he was getting it. This poem is dedicated to the pothole that scratched my rims, to dead batteries, to stepping on shit. This is dedicated to traffic. Yep, and all of you contributing to it. To hiccups, to snifflers, to the lack of leg room, and the ticket already cost a fortune. This poem is dedicated to gym creeps, to no sleep, to every necessity that had an added fee. This is dedicated to sorry not sorries, to let's just calm down, and to don't be so bossy. This poem is dedicated to the pothole that scratched my rims. You know how much I pay for them? But this is a poem, so let's not get angry. I'm just a little wet, but not yet hangry. Okay, changing the face again. This one's called That Patient Sort of Love. I love the way your skin smells, the way your good and bad days cling in whispers across the surface. So soft in the way they tell your story. There goes my heart, chasing butterflies in meadows, slipping through floorboard cracks, evaporating in morning sunlight, humming songs trapped in tunnels, echoes. Echoes like heartbeats, that patient sort of love that loved you before it met you. But I didn't know love's name was yours, was there. I love the way you are, and it's hard to put a pin on things so ethereal. And saying I love everything on the surface of you is taking the ocean as waves and not the tides below. Because you are every universe inside and out, and I'm just basking in that light. That patient sort of love. It's like my soul sighs when I finally found the rhythm to life. I know the lyrics to my song, and yet these words are ours to find. There goes my heart, being soft and warm and sticky. Overflowing bangs, mossy beds, dappled sun. I try. The way you make me feel is both yours and mine. That patient sort of love. I love the way you walked into my existence and changed the sense of my heart. I'm gonna do two more short ones. This one is actually in one of the books that I publish. I've self-published 3 poetry books in the last 4 years. And this one's called What Does Hope Look Like? What does hope look like? If actually visible to our own eyes. Hope is sunny skies on your day off. It's finding peace and not getting lost. But a gesture of care will come too late. Hope is the light on your darkest days, but also the glee on someone else's face. It's a breath of the bellows to the fire that keeps you warm. Hope is the glow of headlights on your long walk home, or that you'll make it before the storm breaks. It's the smell of vanilla and birthday cakes, and the power instilled in suits homemade. Hope is reaching deep into your pocket for that nickel you know is at the bottom. Hope is different for everyone, but that doesn't make it less valid. Hope is having the time to hope and living it without being consumed from it. Hope is the empty chair across the table for me, the poems I write and beauty I see. Hope is found in both friends and strangers. It can be hidden, obvious, or ever-changing. Hope is the moment before you bite into an apple, that the flag might be raised just a bit on your mailbox. It's the green light on the cashier's keypad when your cupboards are bare. It's that well-loved sweater you'll always wear. Hope can be a flicker so fleeting, or a purpose through wavering mission. Although we might not know exactly what hope looks like, we know it's there as a guiding light. So the last poem I have is a short one. It's a silly one. It's a cute one. Kind of cringed when I wrote it and I shared it. Some other people thought it was cute. I think Lori called it cute, so I'm gonna share this. It's about poetry and smiles, so it's a good one. I didn't know poetry was just songs smiles sing when they have nowhere to go. That hum you can hear from the heart, not the throat. That smile's been the most precious moment to behold, because what's loved the most is not the act, but its soul. So if you ever forget your favorite line or two, just smile for a bit, and you'll remember soon. Thank you.
Keep it going for Jill. So our next performer, I am honored to call him my friend. I asked him what he wanted me to say, and he didn't have anything in particular. So I'm just going to appreciate him. His poetry has humor and a sentiment, but also a lot of rage. But in sometimes a funny way. Sorry, I'm making myself laugh. It's fine if you don't laugh at my jokes. So, next. Is there somewhere I could stand for this? I'm going to stand right here. So, put your hands together for Nelson.
Are you guys doing this? So, the first time I came to PAWTUCKET Poetry, I was nervous. I couldn't even look at the crowd. There was only like 4 people there. Can I use this one?
Yeah. Press the power. Power.
Press and hold until it turns on.
I know.
Yeah. Great.
It's my again. So anyway, what PAWTUCKET Poetry means to me is a safe space, like Rhode said. It allowed me to come out of my shell. It allowed me to do the poems that really mattered to me, like this one. This one's called Road Rage. This has some person in it, but I thought about like editing it and censoring it. But that's not how road rage works, right? Right? When you are in your car, you could be singing to a classical song or a Christian song, somebody cuts you off and you're like, what the fuck? So this is what road rage means to me. Look, I'll tailgate your car till you move. I'm switching from the left to the right lane until I pass you. But did you really think that you would prove? You enforcing the speed limit? You ain't a state trooper, you're just rude. I'm gonna get in front of you. There's nothing that you can do other than switch lanes now, so bitch, move. You ride side to side with that truck until his dead tire blows out and fucks your car up. But then, you keep speeding up when I try to pass. I bet I'll pull over right now and beat your ass. Really trying to be more zen. Motherfucker. Road rage is something that I ain't trying to suffer, so move, motherfucker, move. The passing lane wasn't meant for you when you drive the way you do. I know that you feel like you have a point to prove, like he should really slow down. But no, you should really move. Move. This ain't even road rage, this is a PSA. But if we beat your ass, kid, move out of the way. You the reason road rages act the way they do. You can make the world a better place if you move. I just left Rhode Island. I'm trying to make it through Connecticut. And you dudes refuse to use proper etiquette. Yeah. It seems you're confused what to do when you enter it, but do not use the left lane to cruise. You abuse the thought that I won't bruise your shit. The way you keep slowing down, I'm gonna bruise my shit. You need to move, you bitch. I got shit to do. 160 miles to go and I'm stuck behind you? Slower cars to the right. There's even a sign, dude. What's this weird lane control thing you're trying to do. Just look at the row of cars behind you. A truck just passed you, and it's not designed to. But then, truck just passed you, and it's not designed to. Move. Oh shit, how did I forget my own song? A truck just passed you, and it's not designed to. Holy shit. Move, motherfucker, move. The passing lane wasn't meant for you when you drive the way you do. I know that you feel like you have a point to prove. Nah, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I'm sober. I'm not usually
It's the
sober.
birthday song, Elvis, don't worry.
It's for a good cause. Alright. A truck just passed you and it's not designed to. You're great checking me. Laughing like that shit's so cool. Until I follow you home and beat the brakes off for you. Move. I'm trying to bust a move. Middle finger your direction. I say this shit just for you. Move. This ain't even road rage, this a PSA. Don't make me beat your ass, kid. Move out of the way. You the reason road rage is act the way they do. You can make the world a better place if you move. Alright. So let's get serious. Usually I just smoking weed last month, so. Alright, going back to what PAWTUCKET Poetry means to me, it's a safe place. And I wrote this song originally for PAWTUCKET Poetry. It's old and it's a goodie, it's called Energy. I absorb your energy. I look right at you as I take it. It's amazing. The beam of light that's emanating from the stage as you relate this work of art you've created. Makes smiles on faces that would have faded. I take your energy. I look you right in your eyes. I'm just searching for the truth in a pocket full of lies. I had a really bad day. I'm only here for the vibes. But don't mistake it. I'm robbing you blind. It happens fast. I'm like a sprig of grass, soaking in the sun, growing fast. Your words triggered the photosynthesis, and I was waiting. I'm absorbing your light. I needed illumination. From the darkness I was facing in this basement, I'm escaping. And you didn't see me coming. So I'm on to the next group of talented souls that's dedicated. They're never jaded, because when I'm reading from these pages, I leave a little piece of my soul on the stage. Do with that what you did. I hope I water your soil. In return for how your words calm my mind's turmoil, I take your essence and give it back to you reformed, and in this way, we help each other weather the storm. I ain't afraid to say I need you, because people need people. And it's my goal to make you need me too. So let me feed you, because I be eating your food a few times a month. So the least I can do is pay for lunch, because you deserve it. This food for thought you've been given from malnourished is better than liquid courage. It's what I needed to flourish. So what I give in return is this passion that burns. And everything that I write and recite gets put in earnest. Incinerate the page with rage, then take a seat. Listen to see. Who's next and come into the stage? I take your energy. Thank you.
No.
If you know me, you know my favorite food is lasagna. I fucking love lasagna. And I hate Mondays, so I'm like Garfield. But, so this piece is about lasagna, my mother's love, and celebrating our dead. When I die, eat lasagna on my grave. But if you use cream cheese instead of ricotta cheese, I'll knock that plate out of your hands. I remember the first time my mother took me to Venice for dinner. Not Venice in Italy, Venice in the South Bronx. It was an Italian restaurant. And there she got me my first plate of lasagna. On that night, everything felt right in the world. I remember I'd sit in the kitchen with my mother while she cooked dinner. She let me have the empty sazon packets she used for seasoning. And if she made a cake, she'd let me lick the spoon we made it with. That was my safe space, in that kitchen with my mother. She tried to give us a nice, clean home, but no amount of scrubbing could get rid of the roaches. You learn to look into your cereal bowl before you put your spoon in. Walking to elementary school, your floor was littered with blue and red top crack Bibles, which served as a personal game to see if I can crush the wall with stomps that released my frustration of being poor and growing up hopeless. In middle school, toilet bowls would be blown up by M80s, which reflected the gang violence in the late 90s, faces being slashed with razor blades as bubble goose feathers floated in the sky as unintended casualties. I remember the first time a plate of lasagna betrayed me. My ex-girlfriend decided she was gonna make me one. She was ecstatic, and I was happy until I took my first bite. That shit was trash. I don't know what, but my mother told me not to, even though I did eventually. I looked up to her. She was a single mom of 3, coming home from a long day of work, still cooking us a delicious meal, sometimes with cake, but always with that feeling of safety and protection. So, I have no use for flowers. So when you visit me with a plate of something cheesy and delicious. Have a seat, eat, laugh, and remember our good times. It's time we celebrate each other more and mourn each other less. So when I die, eat lasagna by my grave. Because lasagna was my safe food. Just like I learned from my mother all those years ago, when you're with me, you will always be in a safe place. I'm done. I just wanted to thank Rory, thank all you guys, Pawtucket Poetry, for giving novices and even experienced poets a place to shine and to go to the next level. And hopefully in this new year, we can have more of that and more opportunity to share with each other. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
See the smooth transition? That's what we do here. Keep it going. Why did you stop? Why did you even clap for me? I don't mind shaming you for not celebrating us because we're here to celebrate. So you're gonna just clap forever, all right? Get used to it. Thanks for being used to it. That's fine. All right. I really should have wrote down what I was going to say for all of the poets, but I did not prepare. But that's how it works. So the next poet that we have up is an author. They are getting their MFA. They have a draft of their full transcript, like doing great stuff. The poetry. Get ready. Like, cut to your soul. You've been warned. Welcome to the stage, Dameien.
Thank you all for having me. I want to say before I start that if you ask Glory about my poetry, she would tell you that every night I show up is a night she cries.
Yep.
So I'm going to start off with a piece that I think shows you why she cries, but also why we feel so welcome in her space to share that kind of work. This is called Drowning. It is not so dark when you drown that you cannot see the hands outstretched towards you. Every "I'm here for you" and every "let's talk" echoes in your eardrums louder than your own heartbeat. The water filling your lungs means nothing. when you can still see the sun's glow above you, knowing that there is warmth just outside yourself. Just get out of your own head. The pressure on your chest is no greater than the pressure that everyone places on you to be well, reminding you to just breathe, reminding you to stop being anxious. Don't panic, reminding you that you can choose to stop feeling this way. They tell you the drowning isn't real. They tell you it will stop if you just try yoga or go for a walk. Happy is a decision, and the hollow happy you have been faking for them is seen as truer than the water that is choking you. I'm here for you. Just get out of your own head. Just breathe. Don't panic. Make the decision until it's your own voice telling you, just stop drowning. This next piece is a favorite of mine. I don't know if it's a favorite of Lori's, but I was so excited the first time I got to share it to her. It is called A Fun Fact About Scorpions. The scorpion cannot kill itself with its own venom. So of course the blue pills didn't work, and the white pills didn't work, and the razors and the needles and the broken glass. Not even driving down the wrong side of the road would kill me because I cannot kill me. Scorpions live for an average of 5 years, and I'm sure traversing the desert doesn't get boring, but I have been alive for 6 times that. And I am tired of traversing whatever it is I'm told God thinks I can handle. I am tired of the slings and arrows of outrageous misfortune. Like Hamlet, I am tired of the heartache and shocks. I just want some oasis in this wasteland without being told I am getting what I deserve. I don't think I deserve this. The human's only natural predator is other humans, and no one else is offering to off me, so I just keep trying and failing and trying and hoping that for the best. And every failure, I'm told, is a planned failure to make me better. I supposedly have some purpose that no one is going to tell me that I have to complete before I can die. And that is a lot of pressure to try and exist under. No one is telling the scorpion what it can and can't do. Just something decided it can't kill itself. And now it hangs out in the sand and eats bugs without having to worry about tax season or car payments or health insurance. Scorpions get to exist without God and without others telling them that they have to do something with themselves. They get to live, laugh, and love, or at least I assume they do because they just keep doing it. And here I am, wishing I could take a plane to anywhere, bring a UV light with me to the darkness, trying to find my next best friend so that maybe I won't feel so alone. And this last one, I hope will not make you cry, because it is about my mother, and Lori loves poems about moms. This is called The Things My Mother Gave Me. My mother birthed the kind of human who thinks cilantro tastes like soap, who thinks soap tastes like a challenge, who thinks language is a tool to dismantle everything her generation has allowed to exist without checks and balances. My mother birthed a child who wanted to run around shirtless and shoeless in the summer, but who was cursed and expected to seduce with a bosom of double D's. At 16, my suitors were mainly grown men, pushed to pursue me by my best friends. Decades later, that same society still exists where young girls are told if they are desirable to their father's friends, then they are worth something. If they can find a man with money, then they are going places. If they can sell their bodies, then they can get away from their lives of abusive fathers and into the lives of abusive husbands. My mother birthed a girl into this world of contradictions where I don't know if I'm supposed to be the deer or the headlights. if I'm supposed to cower or consume. I was pushed into a world where everyone expected the single wick French vanilla candle, and I was a New York wildfire, silenced before I could rejuvenate the landscape. So I have cast the assumptions aside, removed the parts of me that made me woman, that allowed me to be mother, that had forced me into this box of derivatives that marked me as being only what others wanted me to be. I was given no choice about where I wanted to place myself, so I have listened to people preach about God has given me free will, but still, they expect me to go along with all these rules about what makes a person human. My mother birthed me, and then she asked me to promise that I would escape this. I think she meant for me to escape the cycle of abuse, but she didn't specify. Or rather, I can't remember if she did. You can't ask that much of a child. You can't ask a baby to change the world. You can't ask your offspring to take more than you can give. She taught me to read, to write, to speak. She taught me to care about others, to not stress about gossip and slander, and to elevate those who put in the effort to build me up. She taught me the little she knew about fighting back so that the next time someone tries to hold me down and wash my mouth out with soap, I will teach them that they cannot silence me. My mother gave me the tools to change the world. She gave me the language. She gave me my voice. She gave me a pen. But I have yet to find the words. Thank you.
Okay. How's everybody feeling? Yeah. It's okay. It's okay to be like, no, I need a minute. Because I do, and I have to just be up here. Get everybody ready for the next poet. Consider me your decompression. The ginger or pickle. The auditory palate cleanser. I don't know. Now that your palate needs cleansing. Anyway. So, our next poet is the youngest of us. And I after my poems, I'm like, should I mention that? Does that feel like I'm just putting pressure on her? I'm gonna mention her name. It's okay. We think you're awesome. She writes music. She has written a book just for this today. She writes poetry. So put your hands together for Bliss.
Hi everyone. It's so nice to be here. Thank you for having me. So I'm going to read a few poems from my book, and also have something special for you towards the end. But this book is kind of well, I started writing poetry about 1.5 years ago, and all of my poems have sort of been chronologically getting to this point. I'm ready to share and ready to uplift people not only through music, not only through song, but through poetry as well, because music is poetry in motion. So I do hope you enjoy and come along with us on this journey. So this first one is called Pink and Green. I admire in my friends the things that keep them young. They have just begun this sacred, sweet life. I played games to just survive and compare. My youth scraped away like the water. And a lot of my poems are directional, so feel free to just enjoy it and not worry about any response. The anti-painting. The thing about the yellow, brightness can be blinding. taught me that emotions they don't like it when you hide it. This is excellent. Let it go. It's okay, you didn't smash them all to pieces, and the placement of each object has a reason, yes it does. But sometimes it's too much. What's the soul to do under tyranny and rules? I challenge you to let it go. See what happens, and if it's disastrous, try another strategy, but please release the apathy when things are not misplaced, delicately traced. Sometimes all I want to do is smear mud on my face, roll around in dirt, forget to brush my hair, leave my closet messy, and never have care. Choosing life. Thank you. Choosing life. This is not a letter from Rhode, not signed by sage or stamped by sunlight. This, a letter from your night. From the youth who walked through hell and live to tell you now. From the days of dark and nights filled with hopeless sound. Carelessly misused, radically abused, little girl of blonde and blue is writing this letter to you. You have burned, you've been scared, you felt hopeless, unprepared, you've been hurt. You've been lied to, and you've chosen to be kind to everyone with empathy, compassion, compass endlessly. You've come so far, walked fearless in your light. Writing to remind you, you were and are the light. So I did want to say, I did say that this poem is chronological, so there's 4 chapters. First chapter is blank pages, so discovering Rhode. Chapter 2 is discovery. Chapter 3 is how to love again, and chapter 4 is embracing. You'll feel it. Nothing will go unsaid. Paper now too hollow, and I would rather swallow the ocean than leave things unsaid. Sometimes you must break your heart apart until it opens. Trust in all emotions, such things are only felt through, sifting as we do. Things are as they're meant, and so we dance until what's left is shattered. Everything you felt that mattered, pieces are gone. Sometimes we must leave to see that we are worth so much more. Mother Moon. I am discovering who I am. And what's funny is for a time I thought I knew. Time flew and now I don't want to. Just want to slow. Discovery is life to me. And how? 3 moons later, am I still shedding and letting mirrors decide who am I? Silhouettes of sharks. And the hair. I cared so much. There was such fun in playing with perceptions and winking at reflections. It is a game. And I'm tired of playing. You win, I win. It doesn't matter anymore to me who they think I should be. What feels good is rain on my skin, and the moon let me in on a secret. She said, judgment is theirs. Let them keep it. Let it all unravel now. Thank you for being the sun when I thought there was none. I'm not one to lose hope, this I know, but I too at night have crystals for eyes when I cry. It is nice to have someone to lie with, looking at the stars as the world falls apart. Thank you, my candlelight figure. This is from, I think, my favorite chapter, if I had to pick one, How to Love Again. Just like in spring. I saw my first rainbow in years today. I swept away the rain from my eyes, and into frame was the sight of a rainbow. It was cathartic. See, a part of me felt like a leaf, not forced or empty, instead it was complete. My heart said to me, we can make new memories. I fell in love with the thought of starting peaceful, clean. Human being. Stop telling yourself stories. You are not crazy. You are not broken. You are a sacred soul, fearlessly navigating this implausibility of living. Becoming life. I have become my own hero. Looking at my hands, they hold lifetimes, thinking of the science and ways in which I've grown. See, I've never been alone. I'm starting to piece my life together, like string and puzzles. As I discover, the closer I look, I see exactly all is here to show me that I am my own hero. It was me who opened up to life, as hard as it seemed. The source is moving through me. I believed in something brighter. Something lighter, light and love, I'm sure of it. Both are synonyms. When I started feeling them, I changed. It was me who decided to keep walking, a choice, subtle voice, and God feels like when everything around you tells you to stay, create a day to be your own hero. Point zero has nothing for you anymore. This life adores you. And when I say me, I mean solely the love that makes life, the force that moves wind, that knowing inside will all be alright. I don't refer to my word or my skin, for we are all made of intangible things. Be your own hero. It takes a choice to deeply commune with that inner voice. So when I was driving to school, I looked at my hands and wept more water than I could crave, for my hands had held a million stories. The labyrinth of my life, for the first time it made sense. I had cradled lava and slept with stars, shed and grew 10,000 hearts. For the first time, I took a step back, saw undoubtedly clearly that my life is art. Each part became sacred, perspective slowly, holy, climbing, be careful, the paint is drying. Wow. I felt more love than sound and space. I saw the place of everything. I gave myself a hug, and it was heaven. Come right here. And that is all I will read from that. I did want to give some time. I did want to give some time to introduce somebody very special. My very best friend in Eagle Brook. He's incredibly talented, and I hope you enjoy Solomon's great. Thank you.
Take the best. Hi everyone, it's nice to see you. My name is Solomon, and I'm a good friend of Bliss's, whose art you got to enjoy tonight. I am a young poet. I love writing, creating, and I am working on a manuscript. And my only goal today is to leave your heart just a bit lighter, and your divine light shining just a bit brighter. And I have a little speech and a poem I'd like to share with you today. Why are we here? That's not a question you get to ponder if you ever have the free time to do so. It is the backbone of everything that will ever happen to you. Your life depends on it. Do you believe that your life, your fate is yours to choose? Do you believe there's a purpose to all the suffering? Whether you do or you don't, if you act as if that's the case, you tend to lead a happier existence. No one is guaranteed happiness. But if you act as a warrior tasked with creating happiness, creating meaning, opening your heart and mind, and deepening your courage for as long as you live, you get a chance. And the real magic is that the chance is always there. You can never fail. You can always stop trying. You can never lose faith because it never leaves you. And you can never lose power. You can only let fear stop you. You can live the rest of your life in illusion, or you can awaken to the only reality there is, the reality of love. And it is never too late. It is never too early. It is always just the right. Here and now. This is the journey we're all undertaking. There's no destination because you're already there. There is no path because you create it as you walk. There is no grand moment because life is a continuous flow, and you either let it build in small bits of gratitude and meaning, or you wait, and wait, and wait. For who knows what? Waiting is just another illusion, just another lie. Ultimately, you are not defined by where you are going, but how you go there. How deeply you are able to enjoy the day, knowing that's a greater mark of success than having all the wealth in the world. How kind you are without expecting anything in return. How often you sincerely felt the joy of a simple meal, or a great book, or the sound of birds just sat outside your window when you woke up. I can tell you a lot about myself. I can tell you that I don't think that I do all of these things, that it's hard, incredibly hard, but that it's the most worthwhile thing there is. I can tell you that everything is a choice, and that I choose to act in accordance with my higher self, no matter what I think or feel. But what matters is, will you? What is a life if nothing but a candle? What is your time if nothing but the wax? What if it all is nothing but a dream? And what if all there is to do is lovingly relax? What if your life
is shorter than you think? What if, like wax, it's over in a blink? What if you knew that you were dead tomorrow? Would you decide to waste your light on sorrow? What if, although you're vulnerable small, but like the wax so weak and scared to face it all, your candlelight can burn through every single fear, and all you've ever wanted forever wasn't here? What if the point of wax is not to burn all night, but light as many candles and make the whole world bright? What if your only purpose is sharing candlelight? What if you're meant to move the souls that you ignite? What if all candles burning have the exact same wax? What if we're all connected through all of our acts? What if a single candle or tiny act of kindness can light up every other and change the world's blindness? And what if to light up the whole world at its worst, you have to find the courage to light your candle first? And as a closing remark, I'd like to say, as someone who's read gently the book that Bliss has published, and done so all by herself, after writing poems daily that only seemed to become more authentic when I thought they were already the most genuine I've ever read, after seeing her learn how to copyright, self-publish, and market her book all by herself, I'm only more awestruck at the depth and meaning that she gives for every word, or every line, how every silence and illustration and comment has a purpose. As someone who's enjoyed every single page of our book, I can say with confidence that you will get much more than your money's worth from it. As someone who's been touched deeply by her poems, I can assure you that this is one book that will leave the axis of your world spinning just a bit differently than before you read it.
Right. You got it.
Y'all. All right. So we are at the halfway point. And so at this point, we're take
5 minutes.
5. Okay. I was going to say 10 because we have so many things to do in the interim, but we are going to take a 5-minute break. And we'll be back here at the odd time of 8:23. You'll see me again. But in the meantime, you take pictures over here. You can buy books over here. You can get food or bathroom. Like, this is your moment. Just get up and stretch your legs and do whatever it is that you want to do. One note, if I could just ask you, keep clapping when the poet hits the stage. Just the whole time until they're all the way back to their seat. Just keep clapping. I don't know. It feels weird to get up here and clapping. I'm not judging you. I'm just asking you as a friend. All right, so go. Be free. 5 minutes. I'll see you again.
Yeah.
Let's see, now I'm just gonna, now that you started clapping for me introducing the break. Yeah. Because you want to do this to me, I'm just gonna stand here. I'm just kidding. Yes, I mean,
I know he does the same. So I might go. I said, I know he would have best.
Oh, actually. It's like it's just if you touch phones or like take break. It makes it racket. No, it's like 2% plus minutes. It's like yeah, I did it. Yeah. And you I didn't think. I like so. Say it again. I love children. All got you. Britain.
Long time I know. How do you been? Oh no. Yeah.
Alright. And picture. Picture.
Okay.
I went to the bathroom, then I'll. Okay, no problem. I think so, yeah. Good. I've been here now. All right. I think it's going up.
Look, how about you?
No, today or that's he knows. He's over that side. Outside. Yep.
What did I do?
Hello again, everyone. I'm back. Your favorite MC. You're not tired of me yet because you're going to see me a few more times. If you are tired of me, I'm sorry. I will make these quick. Okay, so next up to the stage, we. Man, it's fine. I'm trying to get through my own bit. So after all of this, we'll be giving certificates. We announcing them or not?
Giving them. We're giving them.
We're just gonna give them.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that just for the poets, or is that it?
So I
No,
have a special award for people, so yes.
Lori's gonna just be giving you things.
Yeah, she will take over after that. She will take over.
So, all right. We good? Is there any other announcements that I need to make?
No, that's it. That's
Okay. Very cool. Okay. So, our next poet was on the 2023 Rhode Island Slam team. He is also headlined and featured at stages all over Rhode Island. So, welcome to the stage, Shomari. And you should put it with this one. Oh, that's better. You gotta press and hold. Press and hold? Yeah. Does it work? A little technical difficulties there, but then good. All right. So my name's Shomari. Yeah, I think it was a little over a year and a half ago when I first performed at PAWTUCKET Poetry, and I kind of just fell in love with the atmosphere from there. I haven't been doing poetry that long, so being able to perform at a place like PAWTUCKET Poetry was just amazing for someone like me. It was very crucial to somebody who had never really performed in front of a crowd or anyone before, really. Actually, the first time I ever performed for PAWTUCKET Poetry was right here at Atrium. So it's kind of cool to see the whole full circle moment happen. So with that said, I'm going to perform a piece that I think it was one of the first pieces I ever performed at a PAWTUCKET Poetry event. And it's called I Really Don't Like You. I really don't like you. And I've got plenty of legitimate reasons. I could go 3 seasons without a thought. But when autumn falls, I do too. Something about the color orange that makes me see red, that makes me seem fed up with those who are indifferent. I'm green with envy, so if you're lacking emotion, please take one. I've got plenty. I remember when I was special. Or at least that's what you said, but what was meant, see, I might be special for feeling the way I do, but special like a kid eating crayons with milk and a spoon, or special like 5,868 times 329 equals 1,930,572. You can check that. Because that's how many reasons there are we'll never be together. If the stars ever aligned, it'd be an overcast sky, and I wouldn't leave my house if that bitch was on fire. If I have any hope left in me, hell's got a special place
waiting just for me, waiting just to see if I learned my lesson. Of course not. I'll take the easy layup for the contested jump shot every time. And every time I'll miss, just like my dumbass misses you. See, you live in my head rent-free, but the water bill is due because I've cried. Though I'd never admit it to you, I'm fried like the eggs I made you the last morning we spoke. And I don't think either of us knew it that day, that weeks, that months, that years would pass, and everything we had is just that in the past. See, I really don't like you because I made plans that now feel stupid. I could try to blame you for my lack of control, even though I dream lucid, refusing to give in when a future with you and I was the only thing being executed. Because I was willing to destroy everything, your ex included. Even while you were proving why this could never pan out, I kept my blinders on and ran my race, choosing you, knowing I was losing. But we had good times. Shared views on trips to museums, portraits in the Grand Gallery, they still whisper of our fit. Monets and Picassos saw me hold your hand, and a 10-foot-tall Buddha, crafted from Japanese cedar, caught my fingers running through your hair. We had good times. I wonder if lilies are still your favorite. I wonder if this hibiscus tea can help my vision. Slowly coming to the realization that no therapist can close these incisions. But I wonder if they saw what I saw. My brain on a pitchfork. All doubts, common sense and reason, no use for critical thinking, I'm lost. In a feeling I can't shake. So now, every shower I take, on the fogged up glass door, I'll scribble your name and watch it fade. Thank you. This stage is so high. Like, why am I this high above the ground right now? Thank you. It's so weird, so weird. Anybody else like Bad Bunny? Because I'm like dancing to everything they playing downstairs right now. I'm not even gonna lie. With that said, I'm going to completely like change the mood, like Jill was saying earlier. This is a true story from my childhood. In 5th grade, I was a slave. I wore tattered clothes, bellowed notes before recess to de-stress. I'd lie in tall grasses and repress memories, digest dreams. Thoughts of running free welled up in my throat because running isn't galloping when the horse is confined by definite space. Lines are chalked out like bodies. They're built up by breaking down what's meant to be kept in. And aren't we meant to be kept? No. Meant to be held? No. Meant to be controlled, so my will to please master still grows. I learned my lines and recited them until I was this role they assigned me, this name I was gifted. See, that's what I was told, that I was gifted. A triple threat, see, that's what Miss Fantasy expressed, but it confused me because when she called me a threat, she said she meant it in a good way. See, I could act, I could dance, I could sing. I was the only black boy in my class, so of course I did the lead role in the school play about a slave. Because what's more American than a minstrel show? I was 10 years old on a stage. And I was its star. A spotlight against this infinite backdrop. But aren't stars free? I'm just performing, portraying a character that once wasn't. And now the weight of this script feels like the weight of chains that once bound ankles and wrists, only allowing me to venture so far. And now the edge of this stage feels so far from my 5th grade classroom. So when they cheer, I dance. When they yell, I sing. And when they applaud, like a slave, I bow. Thank you. This last one, the first time I ever performed it in front of anyone was at PAWTUCKET Poetry. And I think it was the first time I ever made Lori cry when I did a piece. So I'm sorry if you cried tonight, Lori. But I love you, and this is why I do it. This is called Here Lie the Tears I Never Cried at Your Funeral. I ran up the stairs in the hallway to your condo every time. Not because I was excited to see you, but because staircases are man's greatest creation when you're 5. It always took a few tries to recall my name to memory, but the love you shared was never distant. We just come from a family of many siblings with 100 cousins, which results in way too many grandchildren. You were there for every new addition. And every time I came to visit, I left $1 richer. Left with a belly full because feeding us was love. Even in my teenage years, you would always ask me why. You would always ask me whether I was eating enough. You're too skinny, you would always tell me. Which reminds me of old breakfast dates. We'd go after church on Sundays where you would take the orange slice from our plates and tell us about the starving kids in Africa so we better not waste. I remember helping you with your socks when your ankles would swell, pricking your finger to check your blood sugar while my sister dared me to try it on myself. I never did. We were kids, but kids get older and now those years feel like minutes as doctor's appointments became walk-in clinics and emergency rooms turned into nursing home visits until you returned home to the same condo where we'd all been guests. And they tell us all that's left is to keep you comfortable. From then on, your children took turns spending the night with you. Saturday was my mom's night, and I don't know why, but I told her I really, really wanted to stay over too. Maybe so I could run up those stairs. But this time, I was excited to see if you'd still recognize me. Even when your lips were too weak to whisper the wrong name, I could tell by your face that inside you were smiling. Gazing at the bluish rings around your irises, I learned they call the corneal arcus, commonly seen with age caused by cholesterol deposits anyway. I look up to see the same eyes my mother would soon possess. She stares across at me, worriedly, from the other side of your bed. Her mouth moves. She's speaking to me, fearfully repeating to me. I don't think she's breathing. I don't think she's breathing. Not once standing by your bedside did I ever think about death. Constantly, I try to remember your voice in my head. But never did I expect your last breath would be the loudest. Thank you. Ooh, keep it going for Shomari.
You know, I know my that homemade Lori cry. I'm doing my best to hold it together right now because I remember those moments Um, okay. All right. Nah, put the mask on. We're doing this. All right. So the next poet that we have up, I has been to PAWTUCKET Poetry for quite some time. I don't know why I thought you were a more recent entry, but like you're in the book like, super early. By the way, there is a sign-in book for every single PAWTUCKET Poetry. And this book is just going to be like a tome of legend at some point. Just going to grow and grow, and Laura's going to add like pages in the back. Anyway, our next poet has his own open mic that is it once a month? Once a month? So keep an eye on it. It's at a speakeasy, yeah? Yeah. Man, I need to make it out there. I haven't made it out. Anyway.
Confessions from the stage, Michael?
Yeah, I know. I as much as I'm like, yeah, I love the poetry community, man, these events are super late and I feel old sometimes. I'm like, no, it's bedtime. I gotta anyway. I'm taking too much time telling jokes up here, and I should just be welcoming up our next poet. So put your hands together for Vlad. Keep going. Yeah. It really is. It's super fun. It's don't walk too far. Shine oh, that's mine.
Testing. Yeah. Oh, okay. This sounds working really great. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to 4 years of PAWTUCKET Poetry. My name is Vladimir Jean, but Vlad works just fine. In short, I think I might be like a founding poet of PAWTUCKET Poetry. 4 years ago, 2019, pre-COVID, no mask, looking on Facebook and typing in poetry in the search bar and seeing, okay, PAWTUCKET Poetry, what is this? Is it at a venue? No, it's at a house. Okay, it's at a house. You can't park in the front. Okay, you can't park in the front. You can't go in the driveway. What is this all about? You end up parking on a side street because you can't park in the main one. There's no room. And you walk into this foyer. There's couches, there's a mic, there's a window, and there's a room full of people you've never met before that will astonish you each and every time. For 4 years, multiple times a week or weekly, she puts on shows out of the goodness of her heart. She caters all this talent that's rising and doing shows on TV, making chapbooks, doing interviews, and it all really leads back to that signing book that Lori had. So when we call her Mama Poetry, it's because sometimes in performing arts, things can get divisive. People will compete with each other. People start to grade each other, and it starts to take away the creativity. With PAWTUCKET Poetry, there's none of that. Everyone's together. Everyone supports each other. They go to those shows if it's not past your bedtime. So, Lori, this is an absolute thank you from the bottom of my heart. This show is a thank you from the bottom of everyone's heart. We're all here to commemorate your talent, your stories, and just the nurturing environment you let us all grow in. So, this is for you. Good luck. To get to it, again, my name is Vladimir Jean. I host an event called Hide and Speak at Hide Speakeasy. It's part of my Black Afroverse. The next show is coming in February, and you'll hear more about it. But let me just read some poetry for you guys. I kind of plan to make you laugh, but I'm going to leave you sad at the end. It's kind of like the vibe. One thing I realized in the beginning of this year is that it's a miracle that everyone's here. It truly is. It's a miracle that we all have the opportunity to get up and be here by our own choice, because there are people and individuals who don't have that opportunity. And Life, no matter how we live it, as cold as it may be at times or otherwise, we really have to be appreciative to live it while we're here because that's the point. So I hope you keep that in mind, besides just the poetry, just in the theater of your mind. This first poem is called Zen Lullabies. Kindly listen to the sounds of this. Let the sounds of this reduce your shoulders. Allow like alloy bonds, feel these bonds to this buzz, reverberate and hit. Lullabies are best heard when your mind remains still. Life ain't still. So finding balance within yourself becomes your will, but still stay enchanted by Zen lullabies that help us heal. Discover within the melodies the hums to make us feel. Zen lullabies recover from when you cried. Zen lullabies for that feeling when tears run dry. For every bad emotion, an opposite will apply. Optimism and progress, work and swerve to the 10th power and more times. Tender Zen lullabies, when spoken, are directed to serve your power and purpose inside. But ain't it funny how not knowing can have you feel so disorganized? If a bad day is a bad day, but you feel weak because you've had 4 or 5, ain't it funny how your intended concepts seem to get lost in translations at times? Consider this to hands waiting that are ashy or dry, lotion by the way of poetry, vocally and socially, fostering you with a variety of bump shots and benevolent tides. Remember, each time you didn't know where you were supposed to be, from pitfalls, pit stops, comebacks, when you look back, you realize life puts you where you're supposed to be. It just runs without us knowing it all, but runs by design. We live as mere mortals, ascending to be hopefully more than defined by skin-colored beliefs or borders. To not be redundant or hated in any order, it seems easy to be irritated by life's irregularities. We're all just looking for the good things to be normal. Eric stated, "We are divine." Kindly keep in mind these moments are yours to hold as much as they are mine. Not everyone loves or is good at math, but for every action, there's an opposite. So no matter how it adds, count them like pebbles on your life path. Like every pebble with solid knowledge adding zen to your lives. Take with tender care and importantly implant these lovely lines pronounced at this time. These moments are yours to hold as much as they are mine. Receive these Zen lullabies and let them resonate within the theater of your mind. Thank you. Six poems, a quick one that's supposed to make you laugh and it will. Answer which feels better for a guy, a really good piss or an orgasm? Which feels better for a guy, a really good piss or an orgasm? But if it really came down to it, I want to say both. Either sound good when I wake up, followed by eggs, bacon, and toast. Same side, different story, but both alleviate my worries. And if I had to pick one, it's hard. Because I'm able to do both and quickly in a hurry. I really would rather enjoy them for as long as I like. And you could ask my girl if she used my dick as a mic. To put it gracefully, I'd rather get my orgasm 10 times out of 10. Pleasure is always a play for me. Matter of fact, can we do it all again? A really good piss has got its advantages though. Whenever you leave somewhere, you never have to go. As soon as you near your home, you really gotta go. Running flights of stairs. Of course, I live on the 3rd floor. Fly through the door, my fly hits the floor. To the most illest or sickest days, a good piss can be a good cure. TMI, no reply. Am I just being immature? To answer this simply, it's orgasms over pissing. Orgasms are like Jordan, but a good piss is like Scottie Pippen. Thank you. This next one is called Fragile Facts. This is some new shit. Happy to be in the spirit of presenting new shit at PAWTUCKET Poetry because it's really what got us here in the first place. This is called Fragile Facts. I cause tremors and earthquakes when I stand straight and make the earth uneven. I even stumble and knock over artifacts. In fact, there isn't a step or shoe that I haven't scuffed. What the fuck am I? A bull in a china shop, an American black guy. I personify blunders and errors to delicate clear crystals or fine china or artisan porcelain. I am a true terror. I crack and break things. You may find yourself taping or gluing stuff back together more than asked for. A dark bowling ball when requested to be light as a feather. I'm a bull in a china shop. I'm the unexpected cough in shared accepted silence. The warmth in your climate, that hiccup in a rain or that sneeze in your interview, the smudge in your windshield or LED high beams in your rear view. Welcome to inconvenience. Welcome to uncomfortable. Welcome to an uneasy mixture of what the fuck and wonderful. I am a bull in a china shop. That awkward sugar you got in your coffee when you asked for tea. I'm everything I'm not meant to and everything I'm meant to be. An anomaly, destroying, corrupting, and disrupting your normalcy. Get a look at me. This bullish bull in this bullshit china shop, a gentle giant. You're unscheduled, interrupted, unplanned, you're non-compliant. I'm not the dead car battery when you have somewhere to go. Oh no. I'm the busted window in February as you drive your way home in the snow. You're burdened like mismatched feng shui between the couches, drapes, or curtains. That gasp and pause like starting in PS2. You heard the sound, but you really have to wait and see if it's working. Welcome to uncertain. I'm the bull in the china shop, crust of the crop. More likely to do damage if you're lurking or lined up to watch. If I don't move, maybe this will all stop. I'm the impulse to lock your car doors before your thought comes to start. I'm really good at breaking things. A whisper can make things fall apart. It's an art. If you ever saw me angry, you'd feel the fear of King Kong in your heart. Like a reluctant performance that when conducted and concluded is met with concerned glares and confusion with no claps from the dark. I cause tremors and earthquakes when I stand straight and make the earth uneven. I even stumble and knock over artifacts. In fact, there isn't a step or a shoe that I haven't scuffed. What the fuck am I? A bull in a china shop, an American black guy. Thank you. Just to leave my last poem off before I get out of here. The beginning of this year personally has been very hard for me personally in ways that just really unexplainable. But I wrote this poem before the beginning of this year, but much like poetry that you write, it comes back to you and it means new things and you find new meanings and you think of new ways to live your life, you get through it. This is called Charades. This music is bumping downstairs, so I'm not gonna lie. We're with this 2-year-old, he's going in with a family that loves things. So it's great.
You're creating a charade.
Charades.
Yes.
We all know happiness. We know smiles and triumphs, blissful days and joys, and our favorite fame instances, our wins, our fortunes. But my curiosity goes to those despairs, moments of anguish, or times of disappointments. Drink it away, dance it away, put it in the air, change of the scenery or your hair, sleep it away, drive it away, throw it away, and yet still, what is it about sadness that makes its way back to you? What kind of boomerang is this? Is this a cycle to feel? Is it more if it intrudes your brightest days, but in the shyest of ways because sadness isn't rude? Although sadness can sneeze by the way of anger and attitude, followed by sniffles to fortify a boat for your misery to cruise. It's sneaky at times. Seen, felt, and heard at others. Sadness replicates madness. It's got expected and not expected ways and methods and how it moves. Is sadness on the border of our minds, or is that feeling tattooed into our DNA, our skin growing like skin tags? It is a birthmark that we grow around from the inside out. Is sadness like rain? Does that mean that we know we can expect that it will always come again? Sadness almost gives a guarantee. I'll be seeing you and you'll be seeing me. Most times when you're never looking. I've seen sadness come from all walks of life and seeds of reason. I've seen it misplaced and I've seen it mistreated. I've seen the mild kinds, the worst kinds of sadness that make me question, why do we need this? Is sadness a release? Is it loss? Is it being tossed to the side of whatever you had in mind, or twisted fate, seeing things and hearing things that make you wish you're deaf and blind for days? Would joy feel as good if sadness was not its relief? I wonder, for those happiest of people, those smiles that you see, how much sadness do they get to keep? Sometimes sadness is, I'm fine, it's fine. I'm okay, it's okay. Then feeling sadder because that path is steadfast towards knowing you really don't feel that way. Who needs that feeling? Who would want that feeling? Sadness comes in layers that makes your skin feel like it's healing. It's the waves that crash and recoil, but yet dirty and dark like soil. Sadness turns tranquility into turmoil. It's like you want to get around it and really wrap shit up if only you were made out of aluminum foil. Instead of this carbon and emotions, if sadness was lotion, would it itch or soothe? Would you still want it applied if it cleared your blemishes or made your skin smooth? Doesn't sadness feel like charades? Shades of guesses to what disguise you're performing that day? Like you can't say, but the language sits in your shoulders, neck, and brow. Is sadness the feeling of I don't know how I'm going to make it? And even deeper when you can't avoid it and you can't fake it. If joy is wearing sweaters or dresses, doesn't sadness feel a lot like being naked? Can you be the real you if every day you stay and play charades? Thank you. Oh, by the way, when I say Lori, please say Kirkland. Lori! Lori! Thanks, y'all.
Oh,
Man. Sadness is definitely like being made. But we have each other to support each other and to help us get through it when that sadness and that weight, like when you have people that you don't need to play charades with your sadness, and you just be like, listen, like this feels like a mask right now, and you don't have to play that like, I don't know. I've heard there are 3 ways to respond to how are you. There's the like, level 1 is, yeah, I'm good. It's just the rote response. 2 is like an honest, but not getting into it. And 3 is like, actually not doing great. And here's why. Yeah. Okay. I don't really know how to respond anymore.
Love you, Blais.
Love you too. Okay. So, our next poet has been on WGBH. She is a full-time author, performer right now. And her poetry, when I hear it, there's a just a wonderful, like, bring you in, and sometimes with some of the poems, it feels like a pulled punch, but you're You're thankful for it.
Yeah.
And so, put your hands together for Clarise Annette Brooks.
Yeah. Awesome. Hey, everybody, it's good to be here with you, Lori. I love you to bits. I don't know what more I can say about that. I'm so happy that I met you. I'm so happy that you're in our lives, all of us. Can you all hear me without the mic?
No.
No? Okay, I'll come a little bit closer. All right. The first poem I'm going to read is called Boxed. And I'm reading that poem because it is one of Lori's favorites. So I dedicate this to Lori and I dedicate it to everyone so that you remember you do not live a life that is boxed. Okay? And after I read this poem, you will know exactly what I meant by that. Did you know your world was open when you first arrived? The possibilities were endless, countless reasons yet to thrive. But someone said, stop now. Get back inside your box. Remain where it is known and safe. That's when your mind began to lock. You stayed right there and you watched while others lived out their dreams. While you believed the lie that only they were born for great things. And when you questioned, you were told, hush now, don't talk silly. That life's not for you or me. Just strive for normalcy. So you asked once more and you were told again, stop talking like a fool. You can't do those kinds of things. They ain't for me or you. So there you stayed and you remained, believing the common lie that keeps you locked inside your box that is now locked from the inside, boxed. Begin with me. I get tired of some of the things that I see in the world. And I remember when I was very small, my mom said, sweetheart, you've got to begin with yourself. You can't be responsible for changing everyone else. What are you doing to make the day brighter? Begin with me. There was no particular reason, no special holiday or season. I just awoke, and as I lay, I heard my gentle spirit say, please, no routines today. For once, just go a different way. Please give us this one day. Now, I've heard that voice several times before, but I had always chosen to ignore. Responsibilities overruled, too many things to always do, too many people to answer to. If I wasn't there, what would they do? But today, for some reason, I don't even know why, I heard my spirit and I finally obliged. So I called in with a feeling of dread. Okay, goodbye, is all they said. So I responded, okay, and I went ahead. No real plans, just headed out. I walked around and ventured about, a cup of coffee with a fancy name, a long walk down that pretty lane. I bought a scarf I did not need. It was green and nice indeed. I tossed it on and moved along, then started humming some old song. I didn't even know the name, just popped itself into my brain. And I must have hummed for quite a while, because people looked at me and smiled. Now, usually, I am quite shy. But today, I smiled back and then waved. Hi. I walked along my little stroll, loosening typical self-control. I embraced all that I saw in the world. like I had not done since I was a girl. Yes, I took it in and I absorbed it all. And by the time that dark began to fall, I knew that something had to give if I was truly going to live and love and laugh and lift my heart. And today would finally be the start. Then I stopped for a moment and I thought, when did we become so overwrought? Who said to have success that we should make stressful ways our greater good? Am I keeping up? Am I doing okay? Why do we live by what others say? Because it's a race until we die. So shut up, don't think, do not ask why. We've responsibilities, okay, yes. We have our jobs and days of stress and things and stuff to all sort out that pressure us so and leave us in doubt. We've got to do them, yes, I see, but today it became quite clear to me. You see, my spirit, she made me listen today to what for so long she'd been trying to say. But sometimes my head is too darn hard, and I find it difficult to lower my guard. I just could not be super she for this 24. I needed something just a little bit more. I needed time. I needed air. I needed to just be here. With no clocking in and no deadlines. I needed to simply clear my mind. And she said, my spirit did, take care of what you have to, dear. But when I speak, please stop and hear. When I'm telling you to take a break, just listen, please, for goodness sake. Yes, live responsibly and keep your word. Don't let your duties go deferred. Just make it a point to let in the joy because you are worthy. You are royal. You're not in this world to only pass a test, to be filled with worries or consumed in stress. And darling, never forget that you are truly so very blessed. And remember, you have the power to be the face of peace that others see. And so I heard, and I cherished each word. And by nightfall, I had embraced it all. And tomorrow, I'll step back into my role, but I think I'll do it with a bit more soul. I'll take a break and maybe even a walk. I'll stop by someone's desk to talk. I'll remember to smile a wee bit more because life needn't be such an awful bore. I can crack my day open and make it more bright. I can be that someone who adds a bit more light to the gloomy, moody, draggy day because it does not need to be that way. Amongst all of the noise and the deadlines and the chatter, I can remind those I am with that they matter. We're not just a bunch who gather for 8 hours to simply perform duties and to be devoured by rules and demands by those who hold power. And I say, thank you, Spirit, for making me see that the goodness you gave is not only for me. If I take care of me, I can appreciate others and be kinder and gentler to my sisters and brothers. Spirit, now I can say that I see your plan. Get it now. I understand. If I want more joy to be felt and heard and seen, I must always first begin with me. Thank you. It's hard to watch the news sometimes. Someone's killing here, there's a bomb there, they're shooting here, someone's killing. It's just so much. And it's so easy to start hate. It's so easy to know the words that will cause hurt in someone, pain in someone. But what I do sometimes before I write is I pray. And I pray for words of peace. I pray for words that will help people feel better, that will help people think about what can I do. I pray for peace. Send me the words of peace. I have heard it said that words can start a war. Words said within steps of you can wound someone afar. They can send young soldiers off to war to be totally devoured. They can ruin what is most sacred in this world of ours. Words, just simple letters intertwined that can hold tremendous meaning when combined. They can have invincible power when written upon the lines and can freeze us in our tracks when blared across headlines. But is it possible that words can take us to a different place? One where humanity will not be displaced? A place where animosity can finally be replaced? A place where our differences can finally be embraced? Can we somehow create a time with one another where there's finally no more harm to our sisters and our brothers? A time with no more broken fathers and no more crying mothers. Just respect that is expressed for one another. Send me the words to soothe our souls that will conjure peace for young and old. I want the words that when they are told will allow a calmness to unfold. I will not even add my name. I am not seeking any fame. It is not for me to be acclaimed. I want only for those words to be proclaimed. So please, I sit here with my simple pen and pray for those words to finally be sent. I'll write each one down, you see, and then release them to the world as I say, amen. Thank you.
I'm still on the stage, and that's what's important here. And that's for you. And now I kill time while they do some real cool stuff.
Wait, Michael, maybe I can do these. How much time do you have to kill?
Oh, plenty. No, so what, if it's okay, I'm gonna do things a little out of the order that I was told. Can I just have all of the poets come back up? We're gonna do that special bit first, and then we'll do another bit. We're just doing things a little out of order. All the poets, come on up here. Yeah, come on. Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
I am choosing, yeah, no, it's just the rise is higher than I was expecting the whole time, and maybe I'm a little tired. Hey, yeah, bring it. Right? It's, yeah, no, I don't want anything to do with the edge of that. All right, so, we had a little bit of something. Clarise wrote a poem for Lori and for Pawtucket Poetry. I know some of us have poems that we've shared for Lori, but this is a new one. And then I guess there are other parts, and I'll just let Clarice explain.
Love you to bits, Lori. All of us do. And we're so grateful for you. Have a dream. Dwell on it or make it come true as we determine what we should do. Lori had the dream and pondered it. She worked on it alone. Then she made it happen for all of us in the front parlor of her home. And you know, that lovely lounge could have just been a place to unwind and relax after work. You know, she could have just kept it for herself. She certainly had the right to do so. But a seed entered within her mind. It was a seed that bloomed so beautifully. It flourished for weeks, for months, for 4 years. It flourished of poetry. And it was safe, a place for all of us, a place where we each feel known, a place to share our burgeoning work, a place that we have come to call home. There's so much more that I could say, but others have their words to share. So Lori, I'll just say thank you and enjoy our gathering here.
I have a poem that I shared with you, Lori, like 6 months after meeting you. So you've heard this poem before. Share it again. She is the warmth in a hug that lingers and resurfaces just when you need it most. Her acts of kindness are dewdrops in a forest, refracting light into rainbows, making all the colors look brighter. When she finds herself alone, she dances. When the darkness finally comes, she answers. There's not a bone in her body unable to take the burdens of others she saves. The true beauty in her words she has yet to realize. The images of her mind idealized on the pages of her books. Guiding stars for those who wander. She's a moon chaser. Able to see light in the darkness, hope in the relentless, and love in the repentant. Under her wings, embraced by her heart, she'll soak in your story and love you, regardless, unconditionally. She's Lori.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I have something very short, 6-part stanza. We came to Pawtucket Poetry soulfully. She gave us the room on her couch for our souls to breathe. So many things that we ponder when we take our souls to leave. Lori is important because she listens to your story. Lori is important because she gives poetry glory. Lori is important because she does everything she do to fill you with kindness and take away your worries. Please give a cheers to Pawtucket Poetry.
You ready?
All right. Lori, I have something on my mind. I was the one that stole your Pawtucket Poetry sign. I put it in the backseat of my car. You didn't see me, I drove so far. I put it in my home because I was like, damn, I'm lying. I'm just doing this off the dome. But thank you, Lori, for the chances. Thank you, Craig. I love those shoes. I guess we're going dancing. I'll meet you at the club. Let me stop. I'm just.
When you started, I I genuinely thought that we were having some like real revelation, and I was like, damn, bro, bring it back. We need the sign. Bliss has a problem.
Thank you. Holding space where stands at its heart, opening with grace, in the margins of this world, creating a space, filling it with wonder, authenticity, and truth. Laughter, scattered syllables, art filling the room.
Say anything? Okay. Yeah, we love you. Is that good? Can I have a I mean, Craig, do you have anything that you want to say in appreciation for Lori and Protected Poetry?
When everyone is finished. You're finished already?
All right, yes. Well, we love you, Lori! Yeah! So, I'm going to have you, and then you can introduce.
No problem.
Poetry for Koi forever. Because I made a decision. Our last poet tonight started at Pawtucket Poetry when we came here, right? Your first time was right over there. When we were on the road, and we spent a month in 2022. Just at other venues, and it got us. And I thought that was for me. It got us really out, and many people heard about us that wouldn't have otherwise. And Craig and Messiah, sorry, was one of those people, and so, I'm so sorry. And so, up to my now is Messiah the Great.
Oh, jeez.
Blessings and respect, people. I want to do a nice, peaceful performance, but I would like my friend to stop laughing at my punch. I never tried it on before. Anyway, welcome to the 4th anniversary of PAWTUCKET Poetry. Big respect and give thanks to a beautiful wife, Lori Kirkland. And then precisely. Secondly, I want to thank all of you all for coming to this event here. Big respect to all the persons who are watching live on social media, YouTube. Thanks to Mike, Atrium, and May, and all of you all poets. So I started off my first, no, it was my second poetry, because the first one was something about Rhode Island bards, poets, something like that, but I found out they weren't from Rhode Island. And I just never do no more poetry till Panda introduced me to PAWTUCKET Poetry, and then the whole thing is history. She had me going all over the places until I start taking her all over the places. So I'm going to do a few poems, and then I call up a special guest all the way from Jamaica. He's here to do an item. Harmony, ready? All right, how about you just do your piece and then I take over? Yes, so please, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Harmony. So this is my dedication to beautiful wife of mine. Yeah. Testing. This song is for the mothers, and everyone who have a child will understand. Oh, yes, now. She wakes early every morning. Holy glory. Prepare breakfast for the family. Early has the morning storming, yeah. She's on her feet, toiling endlessly.
See, I've never seen a mother get tired. Oh yeah, she toils day and night. Yeah. Yes, whenever you look in a mother's eyes, you see a woman, the cradle of life. Oh, oh, oh. She sent the children to school. Yes, you want them to learn not to be nobody's fool. Oh, no, no. Mother always playing cool. Whenever she's sad, she smiles. She'll even sing when she wants to cry. I tell you, I never seen a mother get tired. No, no, no. Mother's toil day and night. Yes. Whenever you look in a mother's eyes, you see a woman, the cradle of life. Never said something to the fathers, think to them. Fathers are always, not always there all the time. There's no time working, some from playing, some just straight around just fine. But mothers are always there for the child. You with her body's aching. She's always there to provide comfort. Oh yes, I've never seen a mother get tired. No, 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 she toils day and night. Ooh, yes. Whenever you look in a mother's eyes, you see a woman. And I can tell you, isn't that the truth? You ever see a mother get tired yet? Mama never gets tired. Kirk said, she's right. I must sing the Stars Right song for his wife. And I'm trying to, you know. No, I've never been someone's shy until I see your eyes. Precisely. But I got to try. Ooh, oh yes. Let me get my words right and then approach you. Wanna treat you like a man is supposed to. Never have to cry. See, I know many men can relate. When you find a special someone, she's royal, yeah, so loyal, and I want her in my life. Stop. Me have her in my life already, so it's all good. She's in my life, right? Yes. But too far for her. Too far. Do not have it today. It's a part of the party, 4th anniversary. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And Lori has some appreciation certificate to give some of y'all. So stay tuned for that. And she still need to take some pictures beside that beautiful background. Okay. I'm running real quick because we have few time. Okay. Don't cry. Mama, don't cry. I'm going to make this work. Never stop praying for us, even when you experience the worst. I am here fighting tough days, mom, inside hurts, but don't cry. Even though tears in my eyes, I'm crying out to God as if I'm inside a church. Listen to this, I will not quit, even if I have to keep crawling in the dirt. Don't cry. Daddy, don't cry. You try to make things work. You're my first hero. You motivate me to serve. Son about the ball thinking I failed. Dad, I value your worth. You inspire me immensely. Almighty God is at work. I'm going to ignite luminosity all over this earth. I told my kids, don't cry. They never got it at first. So excited seeing that is first merge. Not like the sales boosted online. Honestly, at times it seems like my life in reverse. Many people depending on me. I have to emerge. I swear to God, I'm going to break this generational curse. Don't cry. That's the title of my book, and I dedicate it to my parents and my kids. I see them on YouTube watching right now. Naya John, and maximum respect. Thank you very much. The fight. Culture gap. In this mind of mine, I took time to find more time to be fine as my thoughts incline and climb on high. I refuse to let Eden drain energy from I. Monsters are creeping, thinking I'm sleeping. I'm fully awake, 4 decades bleeding. Fighting while smiling, even while I'm beaten. The journey continues, even while I'm bleeding. You will never make it. I ignore their speaking. Their fiction is sickly and misleading. Persuasion, invasions, beasts and zombies trying to control me, but can't understand me. Be silent. Shh. I fight without violence, spoken words, subdue you like a hostage tyrant. I am your children's children. It's your assignment. Writing myself in the future with provoking highlights to capture your eyesight. I need you to understand me. It's pointless to try and ban me. I'm fueling the world with words like bright lights. I write what I like, whether or not you like it's my choice. I'm greater than you thought, tell them precisely. The fight continues and there are many others just like me. It's a pleasure and a joy to know that a few days ago, I received a letter from Atrium. Some of y'all might not know, but it is one of the biggest award event for Caribbean people. And they sent me an email stating that they'll be having a press conference the 25th, and after that, they'll be releasing the links. So I would like all of y'all to give me some votes because they see me doing the works of all these years. And I was wondering, why are they not seeing me? But they indeed did. Respect is one that I'm a job. You say both got bronze in London and some said sell out. Elaine Thompson lost the race, what he put negative remarks, yellowed. What do you expect? Show respect, our history was created. America bowed down to a legend, honor greatly appreciated. Not just locally, but globally, Jamaicans did it. Keep a negative remarks to yourself, though you get close up with it. Be proud of who you are. I am the great one. To all our athletes and icons, I say congratulations. The problem I encountered every day with my own race. What mine and then these, smiling at my own face. Sneakingly, creepily want to take my own space. Mankind so unkind, ignorance, thrown face. And lovers gone below 0 degree, frozen cold stay. I'm pensive in my thoughts, my job in zone space. My girlfriend wants to have sex with me, vex with me, says she wants time alone space. I'm trying to get her attention focus on her phone face. Nowadays, we can't even relate but display more hate. Anger escalates, much alarming crime rates. Tomorrow slowly deteriorates, and that concerns me. What kind of society we're going to exist in about 2030? Social media is like cancer, feeding on your souls, implemented to prevent you from achieving on your goals. Illusion and confusion make you losing what you own. Don't lose yourself, be yourself. Remember, you're not alone. So walk on, can I get some love now? Oh, sorry, I guess you love your phone. Most of us don't understand what essential life is. We still have a waste time, but don't know what time really is. If only you understood how powerful your mind is, perhaps you comprehend how that sensical life is. Marcus Garvey say unite, so why we separate? Why we still a fight? Why so many hate? Can religion and politicians make my people elevate? Like Mariam said, one love, that I'm going to tell you for silly face. I'm going to drop 2 more real quick before I go. And this one is called for our children to know. Lori, I want my children to know me as one that is great. Education is essential, time mustn't waste. With the power of knowledge, there's no limit to what you can create. You will encounter hurdles in life, even frightening earthquakes, but never stop and higher and escalate. I also stumbled and fell in my journey. Yeah, I made mistakes, still I elevate and stay awake. Fueling my mind with positive energy while I vibe and meditate. I pay close attention to nature and sounds birds make. People business when I discuss it, I mix up and I partake. My heart aches, I can't take. Liars and pretenders are all fake. And it's why I separate myself from illusion. Confusion will never penetrate the core of my mind. I smile, I embrace greatness, fearless among all human race. And notice this way, it's been a lictorious, I will never disgrace my people for position rather than power in this case. Somewhat complicated when the world is in a sick state. Love, politics, and religion are folks in a trick state. Miseducation, misinformation, misunderstandings, mistakes are the reason for your failure. So rise and surprise them with a bliss face. Big respect to my niece. I see you sleeping over there in the corner. Wake up! Nothing wrong is a final poem. I'm gonna drop real quick. There is absolutely nothing wrong when you answer the wrong questions. What makes it correct is when you will provide with the right answers. Nothing wrong in making mistakes, but in this case, what makes it great is when you learn from your errors and you elevate. Penetrate and meditate on the great things you desire to achieve in life. Separate yourself from people who want to see you thrive. Realize life is no bed of roses or the smooth pathway. There are earnings to overcome their bitterness and harsh days. There are the moments of sadness and grief, and there are the moments of happiness make you feel like you want to laugh all day. During your first heartbreak, you probably yelled at yourself in the mirror, I can't take this no more. No joking, perhaps you'll be smoking or consuming alcohol substances like you've never done before. It's like your entire world keep crumbling. While you're crumbling, why have you done this to me? Nothing wrong in crying, expressing emotions, no need for fightings or commotions. We were educated poorly about love. Ignorance is like an addiction or will mess you up like drugs. What makes it wrong is when you allow your negative thoughts to become your actions. So think first and allow time to heal you. Nothing wrong if you fail at first. It's all a part of the game. I'm not saying you're the worst. As long as you don't give up, try harder again. You will prevail. With persistence, my friend, winning is a must. I am AMAZEMENT the Great. In God, I put my trust. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And that's it. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Precise again. Follow the PAWTUCKET Poetry and PAWTUCKET Poetry everywhere on all social media platforms. Don't cry the book. Check it out on Amazon and check out all the poets' books and all the links and support the poets. Michael, you did a really great job. Continue to do what you got to do and give thanks to all the poets who passed through. Thank you all very much. KD, much respect and thanks. We're live.
Oh, so this is the last time that I will be up here, I promise. Okay, so we got something special. Because up next, we have Lori.
Oh, yeah.
She's gonna come up and do
Something quick.
something. Put your clap for that. You can put it together for Lori, the reason why we're all here.
No, you're fine. Yeah, for your good.
I don't have a closing speech. I want to get to these certificates because I want to get to that sign and we got to be out by 10. 15 minutes, so I'm going to just say thank you so very much to every single one of you who came. Thank you for all the parts you played. I'm going to save all of my emotions for later. The love you all just showed me is going to fill me for a long time. I really don't have anything else to say because it's too emotional. I cannot get over those shoes though. I know. So we were gonna do this differently. I was gonna have Jill read all of the names. But I'm just gonna read them and then we'll meet over at the sign and we can take pictures, okay? Is that all right? So basically, these are certificates of appreciation because not only were the 8 or 9 poets who performed tonight important and special to me, so are other people. So there are, believe it or not, there are 50 awards, which I guess we'll just be posting on social media. But everybody who plays a part, there are organizations who share our stuff all the time. There are people who have come to PAWTUCKET Poetry and touched my heart. So let me just get to it because I could keep talking. So the award, I'll read one, and it says, Certificate of Appreciation. This certificate is proudly presented to, this one says Michael Blais, for your outstanding contribution to PAWTUCKET Poetry. We honor you with this certificate of appreciation at the PAWTUCKET Poetry 4th anniversary presented to you on this date by Lori Kirkland and Great Amazement Multimedia Entertainment LLC. Thanks for your support. And Mr. Amaziah the Great created these. So, Michael Blais, no.
Yeah, Blais!
Can you go down there? Jill Miller, thank you very much. Have one for Bliss, and one for Clarise. Of course, all the performers tonight, Dameien, thank you. Nelson, Shomari, of course. This one says Vladimir. Culture Cat, Production Court, thank you so much, Everton. Bob and Sandy, thank you so much. You are consistently participating at Pawtucket Poetry, and I see you everywhere, and I really appreciate the friendship we've made. Kate Whitton, we've formed a close friendship over the time. Thank you for coming to Pawtucket Poetry. Maria DeLuz, well, she goes by DeLuz, thank you so much. And I think that's, Atrium on Main. Where is Mike Bencourt? Wherever he is, we have one for Atrium on Main for the partnership and collaborations over the last year. So thank you very much. I'll meet you all over at the sign. Thank you so much for coming out.
And all the poets whose name was mentioned, please update the photos over here, please. All right, so.
Yeah, I got them.
Jill, they need a group for there.
Yeah. And while the photos are taken, and we're still streaming live, I got to make mentions of some other persons. So if you're watching the live and you hear your name mentioned, you can either link up if you're in PAWTUCKET, Rhode Island. PAWTUCKET Poetry continues every week. Follow the pages, and you can get your actual print because we have a lot of persons who contributed to the PAWTUCKET Poetry. And of course, I have my niece, Rhode Archer. She was asleep, but now she's awake. Nadisha, if you're watching the live, your daughter's asleep out the event. So, Rhode, this is yours. Please go over there and take a picture with Ingrid. We got Mark Gale. We got Brian Villa. We got Charlene. We got Emma. Jason Stewart. Jeffrey. I don't know some of these last names. Hogodium? Okay. But Laura will get to you all because Jennifer Stewart, Kenny Nine God, Kenny Bradley, Kitty a Poetic Cat, Louis the Bee, Lord Mar, Melissa Gomez, Michael P. Doyle, Mitch McAdams, Gabriel Reyes, Panda, who introduced me to PAWTUCKET Poetry. PAWTUCKET events. Preferably PAWTUCKET. I see you all sharing all over social media. Rick Sullivan, Rain Near, Safari, or Sophia.
Sapphire.
Sophia, yes. Sadie. Yes, Sadie. Saint Michel. Stephanie Marie. Purple Girl. Yona Bear. Antonia Valera. Verona Angus. Max Wanet. Oh, I see someone I know. What is your friend saying the great? Oh my gosh. Thank you very much for watching the PAWTUCKET Poetry. Thank you, poets, for making this event possible. Thank you for making Mama Poetry really nice tonight, you know. Yeah, I'm British now, yeah. Yo, Vlad, how you doing, mate? Thanks for turning on the event, yeah. I'm British now, yeah. So I'm speaking like that, innit? And thanks again to my friend Nick, his wife, and the team. Thank you so very much. Oh, thanks to Katie. She's doing, oh my gosh.
Just a little bit.
Right?
Oh.
It's